Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie and I make weekly finance and lifestyle videos, and today I'm going to be sharing with you everything that I no longer buy. If you're interested in this type of content, please think about subscribing and don't forget and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. So the first thing I no longer buy is jewelry. I love jewelry and I realize I'm just not that person that wears jewelry. So in my mind, I always thought I was going to be this person that is always accessorizing with earrings and bracelets and rings, and then I realized I don't wear earrings, bracelets, or rings. And so I got in a habit of just buying very dainty, beautiful, delicate jewelry that just sat in a beautiful little box. The jewelry is something that I'm no longer spending my money on, and if you are spending your money on jewelry, make sure you're spending your money on it for high quality pieces that won't turn green over time. That happened to me. Next thing I no longer buy is hair care products that promise to make your hair the best thing ever. So you guys know what I'm talking about. Hair care products like the leave-in conditioners, the sprays, the mousses, anything that promises to make your hair look amazing, like you just got a fresh blown out hair. It's all these things that promise to make your hair look so much better and may actually make your hair look better, but you know, you as a person are not going to use any of that. Don't use any of them. I might use them a little bit, but nowhere near the amount that they're actually worth the cost for it. So I am just somebody that uses shampoo, conditioner, coconut oil, and a heat spray when I remember. So I no longer buy these products because number one, I believe I never had any success with them, and probably because I'm just not the person that's going to be very to the T about using them all the time. And number two, they're just very expensive and add up over time because there's a million different products that you can do that promises you a million different things. And what you should actually be buying is realistically things that you will be using. And the key of all this is, like, don't pretend to be a person that you're not. You know, if you're not a person that's not going to be constantly doing all these treatments to your hair, using leave-in conditioners, heat protecting sprays that you need to use before you blow dry your hair, if you're not that person, don't buy these products. The next thing I no longer buy is single-use kitchen items. So when I first moved out, when I got my first job outside of university and I was on my own and a working lady, I thought I needed every gadget under the sun. And now a couple years in, I realize I use like the same 5 things. Think about apple slicers, banana bread pan, muffin pans, any of these products that are used for only one type of item, and that all your creativeness in your life, you can't find any other use for them. So I no longer buy these type of products because, you know, it wasn't worth it for me just to whip out my apple slicer when fall came around, when I had a million apples from apple picking. It just wasn't worth it. The thing I no longer buy is high heels. So I was obsessed with high heels when I was about 25 because I got my first real job and I wanted to wear heels every day. And then I realized wearing heels is pretty uncomfortable and I don't like wearing heels. So I no longer wear high heels unless I'm going to like a specific party, like a Christmas work party or a wedding somewhere that is super fancy, but I am not a fancy person in my real life and I'm definitely not a fancy person at work. And I bought all these high heels and now I don't use any of them because number one, I don't like to wear high heels, and number two, I'm quite a tall female. I'm about 5'7", and I'm not a huge fan of kiddie heels. So when I'm wearing heels, I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and I was just towering over people, which nothing is wrong with that, but I just didn't understand what the purpose of me wearing them was. So I no longer wear heels because I find them to be incredibly uncomfortable. I'm down to wear, you know, booties or something with like a little bit of a thicker heel, but I'm all about the flat schemes and the sneakers, so goodbye to high heels. The next thing I no longer buy is lunch while I'm at work. So I got in a really bad habit of buying lunch every time I was out at work. You know, it was just a nice treat for me to get a lunch, and then I realized that that was like $10 adding up a couple times a week or even once a week over time. It really adds up in cost. And also, if you're at work and you're eating out at lunch, a lot of the times you end up choosing unhealthy options. Like, I am someone that never really justifies paying $10 for a salad because I feel as though I can cook some quinoa, chickpeas, and make a salad at home, so I'm not spending $10 on that. So I would always choose like an unhealthy option. And so not only was this unhealthy, it just adds up over time. So one thing I no longer do is eat out at lunch. I bring my lunch every day to work when we were at work, and I've really enjoyed it and will continue with it. The next thing I no longer buy is fast fashion clothing pieces. Rest in peace Forever 21. That was like my jam when I was in high school. I used to love going to these stores where you could get a million different clothing pieces for $100. But you know why? Because they basically fell apart in 2 months. And so while you think that you're saving money at the time because the shirt is only $7, that shirt doesn't survive the wash and it shrinks, and it might survive maybe 2 months. And so while fast fashion is really enjoyable because we feel as though we're not spending that much money and we can buy new clothing pieces every single season, you're actually not only wasting a lot of money because these pieces are not meant to last, and you're actually doing a lot of damages to the environment because these pieces are not meant to last. They end up in a landfill because people are throwing them out much quicker if they were investing in pieces that were meant to last a long time. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know some of the things that you no longer spend your money on. I would love to hear that. But if you did enjoy this video, please leave a comment and think about subscribing. I make weekly videos every single week. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.